Hi everyone, we're going to sketch and find the area bounded by the graph of the given equations. So basically we have this one equation polynomial, and we're going to sketch it along the x-axis between -1 and 2. So to sketch this, it's a good idea to factor this. I can pull out an x squared from this first term here and write this as x squared times x minus 3. And then for this term, I'm going to pull out a negative, and that's going to turn that to x minus 3 because you have to change the sign there. And then I can group this as x squared minus 1, because there's a 1 there, times x minus 3. And I can expand this as x minus 1 times x plus 1 times x minus 3. Now we're doing that so we can get all our x-intercepts. So if you set this to 0, our x-intercepts are at -1, 1, and 3. Also, our y-intercept is going to be at 3. So there's a y-intercept there. And we're also going to have, we already have -1, but we have to figure out 2. So if I substitute 2 into this one, I'm going to get 2 squared minus 1. And this is going to be -1. So that's going to be -3. All right, so at 2, we're at -3. Now, also for your polynomials, it's a positive, so the end behavior starts in quadrant 3 and ends in quadrant 1. So we're going to just sketch it. I'm using a grid, but usually when they say sketch, that means no grid. So we're starting at -1, and we're just going to kind of sketch it and go through the 1. Then we're going to this -3 here at 2, and then we have to stop here at 3. All right, given that. Now our area is bounded by this x-axis and the curve and these side points here. So it's bounded by -1 and 2, the curve, and the x-axis. So basically we're looking for this area here. This part and this part. So we're going to set up our integral from -1 to 1, and then 1 to 3. Or 1 to 2 actually, because we're not really going to 3. So let me erase this part. All right. So that's the area we're looking for, from -1 to 2. And the way we set that up is you're going to write it as the area, let's call it S, it's going to be in between, and from -1 to 1, and then you just write your x cubed minus 3x squared minus x plus 3 dx. And the second area, and that was below the x-axis, so that's going to be minus the integral from 1 to 2 of the same, x cubed minus 3x squared minus x plus 3 dx. All right, so when you integrate this, we're going to get 1/4 x to the power of 4 minus x cubed minus 1/2 x squared plus 3x, and then we're evaluating this from -1 to 1, and then you write minus and basically copy the same thing down because it's the same, minus x cubed minus 1/2 x squared plus 3x, and we're evaluating it from 1 to 2. All right, this is going to give us, we start at 1, So let's do this. So you're going to get 1/4 minus 1 minus 1/2 plus 3. Now, substitute in for -1, and that's going to, and you have to subtract it. So that's going to give you 1/4 plus 1 minus 1/2 minus 3. So that's for this part. Now for this one, we're going to have minus 1/4, and you start with your 2, 1/4 times 2 to the power of 4 minus 2 cubed minus 1/2 times 2, squared plus 3 times 2. And then when you substitute in your 1, we'll get the same thing we got here, which is plus 1/4 minus 1 minus 1/2 plus 3. All right. And so basically we're going to have to add all this up. And when you do that, you should get 2/4 minus 2 minus 1 minus 6 minus 1/4 plus 1 minus 1/2 minus 3. And then for that second integral, you're going to get minus 4 minus 8 minus 2 plus 6. All right, when you add all that up, you should get 23 divided by 4. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.